everybody, and welcome back to Fonz Talks Jersey. It is I, Fonz Falco, your Jersey connoisseur here in the wonderful world of YouTube. And here we are. They're here. The NFL Rivalries uniforms are officially here. It's the most wonderful time of the year, not only with the new football season, but more importantly, this challenge just in general with how I feel. New uniforms. Now, if you want to wear what the NFL Rivalries uniform program was, I'll break it down for you. It was unveiled during the 2025 NFL Draft. Nike and the NFL started a program called the Rivalries program, which basically the uniforms against iconic rivalry matches where the uniforms were kind of embodiment with the city, kind of connect with the fans, and have a rich history to it, kind of putting an identity with fan engagement. Think of this as a very similar feel to like the MLB City Connectors and the NBA City jerseys with these rivalry uniforms. Or if you want to go with the NFL, like a color rush kind of feel to it. Now, the plan of these uniforms are only going to be worn, it's actually very simple. Each of these uniforms are going to be worn only one time at home against a divisional opponent. And the uniforms will be in a 3-year cycle, much like the MLB City Connect teams, and they will be added onto the team's existing uniform rotation. So it doesn't count towards the alternate limit of like teams having up to 2 alternate jerseys. These don't count because I saw with the 49ers, they included both throwback sets with the rival uniform. So it is like a 4+1 type of feel like the MLB does. And doing it in spurts of division, much like with the MLB as well. Like with this season, the AFC East and the NFC West teams. I have it on here. The AFC South and NFC North will be for 26. AFC West and NFC East will be for 27. And the AFC North and the NFC South will be for the 2028 season. So for my Ravens, it's going to be quite some time. I think the channel will still be going by then, so don't worry. In 2028, you'll be getting my instant reaction when the Ravens debut their rivalry uniforms. So we're just going to go through all 8 of them for the AFC East and NFC West, and I'm just going to give my thoughts and grades on them. Now, what's the grading criteria? I'm sure you know how this goes by now. Just simply put, like, how do I like them? Do they look good? Does it connect well with the city? Kind of the whole thing. You know how the grades go. It's very simple. I don't need to really explain to you how it goes. So with that, we'll just get into the video. Here are my grades for the 2025 rivalry uniforms for the AFC East and the NFC West teams. And we're going to go first with the AFC East teams, then the NFC West teams. Let's start off with the Buffalo Bills ones you see up here. The tagline for this uniform is the Cold Front. They're going to be wearing these Week 5 against the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Football. That's going to be a really good uniform matchup. Now you see here, it's like a snow ice type of theme. Again, fits really well with Buffalo. It has a crystallized Buffalo logo on the sleeve. Nice little details I see with this uniform. Various textures and a lot of silver trim within the helmet and the jersey itself. Like the stripe down the middle is like an icy silver texture. And also see with the logo, the number itself too, it is the silver base with the light blue outline around it. And it is a all-white set, and the tagline on the back of the jersey actually says Bills Mafia, which you're going to see a bunch of teams having the tagline on the back. And you know what? This gets a B grade. I'm like 50-50 on this right now. I think it's probably going to look a lot better once I see it on the field. I wanted them to do a little bit of red. They were going to incorporate somewhat of the red in there because red is kind of like a popular color with the Bills. But it does fit this team really well with the city of Buffalo, a very cold area. Trust me, I know. Going to school up by Buffalo, I am very aware of how cold it gets over there. But it isn't a bad uniform. It might grow on me a little bit more. Again, I am 50-50 on it. I'm still going to give this a B grade. I think it is solid, but I wanted a little bit more. But I think it has the potential to look a lot better once I see it on the field. Next up, we're going to go with the Miami Dolphins. The tagline for this one is the Dark Waters. They will be wearing this Week 4 against the Jets on Monday Night Football. Now, this uniform is supposed to be the dark layout here to the black helmet, black jersey, black pants and socks, and all black look, but they're kind of making a tagline of a speed uniform because a lot of those players are fast. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, just a couple names mentioned. They're calling it turbo green with the orange stripes on the helmet here and on the pants and sleeves. It's supposed to be mirroring the power and speed of the Dolphins in the water, kind of the tagline with speed with the Dolphins. Now, they were going to go with like a Miami Vice style uniform we saw with the Heat have done and even the Miami Marlins. But the all black look is pretty interesting. I like the tagline on the back saying go Fins too. The black helmet, I gotta say, is sharp. I think it'll definitely look good for a night game here. This gets a B- grade because I really wanted them to try a little bit more orange here. They did a color rush a while back and I've talked about it. And maybe a little bit of like the pink accents with the Miami Vice, maybe because I just love the Miami Vice so much. It isn't a bad jersey, don't get me wrong. B- grade. It definitely will probably be a lot better if I see it on the field. But still though, I will say the black helmet does look really, really sharp. We're gonna go with the New England Patriots next. The tagline for this is the Nor'easter. Gonna be wearing this Week 11 against the Jets on Thursday Night Football. The base of the color is Cold Storm Blue here. It's inspired by the region's fog and pays homage to the 6 states that compose of the region. You see on the collar here, it is the 6 stars, all representing the 6 Super Bowls the Patriots have won. You see like the silver stripes here on the shoulder here with the New England logo, a little bit of the wording of the NE. Again, it is a cool kind of throwback feel to it, mainly with that New England logo. And on the neckline on the back, it does say, "We are all Patriots." It's spoken by owner Robert Kraft following the Patriots Super Bowl victory in the wake of the 9/11 attacks. Now, the number font is actually pretty cool. It actually also pays homage to the Drew Bledsoe era uniforms. This uniform, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of it. I actually was gonna put this a lot lower because I was expecting like the Pat Patriot blue logo, but right away I kind of grown to like it a little bit more. I think it's missing a little something, but I gotta say the base of this like storm blue jersey is pretty good. I definitely think it's gonna take me a little bit more to getting used to, but this does get a C+ grade. Again, a lot higher than what I would have originally given it not too long ago, even earlier in the day when I saw these uniforms, but it is a good idea and concept. That white helmet, I will say, is looking really good too. Next up, we got the New York Jets here, called the Gotham City Football Club. And we're in this week 14 against the Dolphins. Actually, the Gotham City Football Club is the Jets' nickname and is also a direct inspiration for these uniforms. They're calling it the Dark Empire Green here. It kind of looks like a little bit of black here if you're looking from further away here, but it has like the black helmet to it with little gray trims throughout here too. On the shoulders here, it has like the manhole covers here on the side here, and a little bit of like the style over here. It's supposed to be like the grit and grind of the Jets in New York City. Even that subtle little Jets patch you see on here on the chest. And the main thing I love about it is the Gothic font here. They did it similar to the Met City connectors. That's why I kind of like Gothic fonts a lot more for uniforms. They are very unique and they are really cool to see. And on the back of the neck too, it also says the Gotham City Football Club, much like the other uniforms having a tagline on the back. But honestly, I'm going to give this an A+ grade. I actually think this is my favorite of the uniforms. I think it's absolutely sharp, this uniform. The really dark green looks really good. I know some people might look black here, but it does look really good. That Gothic font for me, the numbers and on the back here, that's what makes uniform really good. Incorporating it with the black helmet with the gray stripe down the middle here and on the sides here, like the manhole style here. It's overall just like a cool, like old school uniform, but like a little bit of like kind of a modern twist to it. I don't know, just for some reason, I'm just liking these uniforms a lot. Now we're going to go to the NFC West, starting off with the Arizona Cardinals. The tagline here is built to last. We're wearing these week 4 against the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. Now the theme of this, they're sticking with what is in Arizona, the desert feel to it. The texture of the helmet and jersey is supposed to meant to represent the sand and dust storms that occur in the state, which makes a lot of sense, kind of incorporating it with the uniform. You see with the little speckles here on the helmet, which you don't see until you look at really closely on the jersey itself. Now the number set and the pant stripes here include like the metallic copper, which is actually the Arizona State metal, which I think is actually a pretty cool nod. Didn't know that. And also Arizona State flag, which is outlined in copper, is on the side here too, which is also a really cool nod. Now this does get a B- grade. I think it's actually a pretty solid uniform too. Good to wear probably once in a while. The gradient helmet of the red, gold, and the white is also a really cool thing here. Again, it's a solid, pretty good uniform. The Cardinals uniforms I'm not a big fan of. This might be the best of the bunch, right behind the black alternate they have. That's why I gave it a little bit of a higher rating, because it connects well with the state here too. Now the uniform, like I said, it's good. I think you can wear it once in a while, but maybe in every single game one, not so much, but still pretty good as an alternate to wear once in a while. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Rams here, calling it the Midnight Mode. And you're wearing this week 11 against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, from the pictures itself, I think it's a dark navy here. I know for some people it might look black if you look at it from like really far back, but it's supposed to be like a dark, really dark navy. Now, this is the first time in Los Angeles that they've worn the navy uniforms, because they wore navy predominantly in St. Louis, which is nice, cool, kind of honoring the St. Louis times for the Rams. But even on the sides here on the helmet itself, it is the bright yellow with the Rams horns and a little bit of the blue with the yellow here on the shoulders. The press release talking about like the swatch colors, everything to do, says some of the colors and patterns surrounding them after the sun goes down. Now, it is in a nod to the uniform when the Rams won their first Super Bowl in Los Angeles, with the pops of yellow featuring out that I talked about already. You see the numbers itself, it is like the bright white with the blue outline around it, which you don't see as much until you look at it really closely. And on the back neck of it also says Rams House, which is the chant the fans do. And you know what? It isn't a bad uniform. I think with the Rams uniform, specifically in LA, I'm still not feeling them really, honestly. This one could have been a little better if it was a more navy feel. Again, I give them kudos for trying here with this kind of set here, but the dark navy looks a little bit too much like black, and black, it doesn't really associate with the Los Angeles Rams here. So if they did like a regular navy base, they did like even the St. Louis uniforms, I would have liked it a lot more. Still, it gets a C grade. I think the helmet is actually really sharp here. I just wish the navy was slightly lighter, but again, that's just me. Let's go with the San Francisco 49ers. Their tagline here is for the faithful. We're in this week 11 against the Seattle Seahawks. They've previously worn a black alternate jersey. You know, a while back, they did have the color rush uniform. They only wore it for a couple of seasons. But the problem with that uniform was that there was no gold outlines. It was just the red numbers. Well, they changed it up here on this one, because you see here with the numbers, it is the red base numbers with the gold outline. You see a lot of gold on here. It is the all black uniform, yes, but it does have the 3 red stripes on the side here and down the pants, which is really good. I think that was the problem with the color rush one. You didn't really see it as much watch here, you can see the gold and red a lot more. Now, the number font they call it here is like the saloon style. Etched in gold, like I said, is similar throughout the gold in the design and is inspired by the gold rush era, which you kind of figured with the San Francisco 49ers. And instead of having like 49ers or city here on the top, it just says faithful, which kind of a lot of fans call it the 49er faithful. And on the back of the neck, it does say faithful to the Bay. I'm going to give this an A- grade. I think this all black uniform. Now, I know a lot of teams are overdue the all black uniforms, but they made their own little twist here with the red and gold numbers popping here really nicely. I even think that 49ers black helmet is really good too. The logo looks really good here with the red stripes and the gold face mask. They made a huge difference here from their color rush uniform. This looks a whole lot better. The gold pops a lot. I'm glad they incorporated more gold in here. And honestly, I'm glad they didn't make the all uniform a gold base here because that would have been a little bit too much. Stick with the black. It looks good with the red and gold popping here. Did a good job here, Niners. And last on here is the Seattle Seahawks here, calling it here the high decibel zone. We're in this week 16 against the LA Rams on Thursday Night Football. Now this one, they toggle with the fans here because we know Seattle Seahawks fans, they're the most passionate fans in the NFL, one of the louder stadiums in all of sports. And you see the uniform definitely has like the inspiration of the sounds of the 12s, which the fans are called, and the stadium itself. On the shoulders here on the side, it has like the sound wave pattern here, very similar to like a college football feel. But you know the Seahawks, when they made the change to Nike, they went with a drastic, crazy uniform unlike the other teams. So you had a feeling the Seahawks were going to go a little bit crazier than others. On the back of the neck, it does have the 12 jersey tag on it. Also, within the numbers, you look closely, it has a bunch of 12s on the inside, which I think is pretty cool. And the number itself, it is green, but it has like a glowing feel to it too, which also fits well with Seattle. And the whole jersey itself, like the wolf gray background here. I'm glad the Seahawks are bringing back like the wolf gray jersey at little points here. This does look really good. I'm going to give this an A grade. Now, they didn't go too crazy like when they went to the change to Nike and also the color rush uniform, but you know what? This fits the city really well. The sound wave pattern is really cool. I love the pop of the green numbers here and little details of the 12s throughout. It's a really good looking jersey. And even the helmet itself too. It's pretty sharp. Now, that was my grades for all the 2025 Rivalries uniforms. Let me down below, what do you think? Did I get one right? Did I get one wrong? Again, comment down below. What was your favorite and what was your least favorite? And as always, definitely subscribe to Fonz Chalk Jerseys. Hit the bell. Tell a friend. Tell a couple of friends. We're close to 1,000 subscribers here on this channel. Starting off this channel 2 years ago, I can't thank you guys enough. I'll get personal here. I don't make money making videos on this channel. I just had a passion project 2 years ago talking about uniforms, and I've grown a nice community on here, and I can't thank you guys enough for it. I seriously mean that. If you want to follow my other stuff here, we have the Instagram page Fonz Talk Jerseys, doing some other stuff, sharing my collection here and there, some jersey exclusive stuff on there that are Instagram only. I have a non-jersey channel, Fonz Falco, my regular name, where I kind of do some grab bag stuff, some vlogs here and there, some top 10s. Definitely want to support the brand. Definitely check that out. Even my TikTok and Instagram @FonzTheFalco. The links for all that is down below. We got a lot of stuff coming with this channel here. I got a lot of other stuff outside of football, but talking about football. Next, we're going to be doing the NFL season preview of new uniforms. And then you know what that means with football coming up. My top 5 uniform matchups of the week. But don't worry, if you're not a real big football fan, I got a bunch of other football stuff on this channel as well, including some of my jersey collection stuff, some jersey stories, a bunch of good stuff here. You definitely want to stay around. Again, can't thank you guys enough. Have a good day, good night, good evening, whenever you're watching said video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.